You're watching ABC4 News.
And welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Today, we're talking about getting kids outdoors, especially during spring break time. And joining us now is Dr. Camilla Hodge, a professor at the BYU Marriott School of Business. And thanks for being here today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
We were talking about rattlesnakes before the break.
Right.
I mean, it's getting warmer out, and folks are getting outside. But let's talk about, the Every Kid Outdoors program. What is it? Let's start there.
Yeah, so the Every Kid Out in a Park program started in, several years ago, and it was targeting fourth graders to give them free entry to federal public lands. And so that policy has been in effect for quite some time, and this study was looking at whether or not we've seen any behavioral changes among households with a fourth grader in response to that policy.
And what changes did you find out?
Well, we looked at hiking behaviors specifically. And what we found is that in households with a fourth grader, parents were hiking with their children significantly more after the policy was implemented than they were before the policy. We also compared their hiking behaviors to second and third grade households and fifth and sixth grade households at the same time periods, and we didn't see any responses there. So it really was isolated. The policy had the intended effect on those fourth grade households.
Okay, so hiking outside, good for our overall health, right?
Yes, absolutely.
The sky is also blue most of the time, I think, last time I checked. So what's the takeaway of this then? You studied this at a very narrow level, but human to human, what does this all mean to you?
Yeah, so I have been studying the effect of shared experiences on people's relationships. And what we know about being outdoors is not only is it good for your individual mental and emotional and physical health, but it also has a positive influence on your relationships. There's other research out there, a colleague of mine who's tracked how mothers and daughters talk to each other outdoors, and their communication is higher quality, they get along better. So there are some benefits to getting outdoors.
No way. So what are the benefits for kids? It sounds like relationships between spouses and parents, but for kids themselves, I guess maybe start there.
Yeah. So there is a body of evidence suggesting that being outdoors in childhood can instill early affinity for outdoor and natural spaces, and so that has long-term effects for conservation efforts. It can also help children with their attention and their physical and social development.
I also feel like maybe there's studies that say people who practice gratitude have better mental health, and maybe just being outside and being like, wow, these mountains are pretty special is probably pretty cool. So, okay, how do you suggest to parents, they haven't done a hike in a while, get outdoors? How do you suggest they start?
Oh, that is a great question. There are great online resources to help families target the appropriate level of challenge in a hike, and we live in a great place to find just a wide variety of hiking opportunities. So there's ways to do that for sure.
And it looks like everykidoutdoors.gov is one of them. We've got that up on the screen as well. So
yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, Dr. Camilla Hodge, thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome.